So namaste everyone. Welcome to eSummit 2021. This is the breakout room for the orientation of event Startup Solve. Please make sure that you're in the right breakout room. Also, please check that your other members are here.
Also, before we begin, I'd like to put out that there's no need to note down or take screenshots of the PPT or anything. We'll be mailing you all the details in a document by tonight or tomorrow.
So allow us to introduce ourselves as your friendly host. I'm Archas Malviya, the event co-head.
And I'm Anna Pathak, event co-head. So to begin with, what is this event all about?
Firstly, the event is about business environment. And secondly, it's about B2P and business plan. The participants are simply required to assess the business environment and to come up with a startup based on their assessment and frame a business plan accordingly. Please note that all of the startup shall be B2B businesses.
Now, let's look at some terminologies to understand this better. Firstly, what is the business environment? It is nothing but the sum total of all the factors influencing the operations of a business. Now, business environment has a vast scope. So, for the sake of maintaining the simplicity of the event, we will consider only the natural and the socio-cultural environment. Now, the natural environment includes geographical and ecological factors that influence business operations. These factors include availability of natural resources, weather and climate conditions, location, topographical factors, etc. The socio-cultural environment, on the other hand, regulates the values, morals, and customs of the society. It includes social factors like customs, traditions, values, beliefs, poverty, literacy rate, life expectancy rate, etc. The participant can take as many factors as they like to out of these.
Now let's see how that's all going to work out. Each team will be given a state. All of the states which will be distributed with the teams are represented on the screen. We have chosen the state over a wide variety of criteria such as opportunity, employability, business environment, and socio-economic factors.
Now, let's take the state Assam for instance. So, if your team, for example, would be given the state Assam, here's how your brief analysis of business environment would look. Now, this is the brief analysis of the business environment for the state Assam. Now, Assam is rich in sylvan resources, and most of its forests are richly stocked with bamboo and canes of various spice species. Bamboo is a raw material of great versatility and forms an integral part of the lifestyle and economy of Assam. It is very clear that there exists a very good scope for this product and it can be exploited easily. Therefore, we plan to make bamboo powder. It is a multitasker. The silica and vitamins and minerals present in it are useful in all spheres of life, be it skincare, etc. Now you can see that we have included only the natural environment in this brief analysis. So these factors of the natural environment are availability of natural resources, weather and climate, and topographical factors. Now let's look at another example for B2B service. So this example is for the state of UP and for this district called Kharja. So Kharja Port is a tehsil slash block in the Bulandshahr district of Uttar Pradesh. Kharja city is hardly spread within 15.8 square kilometer, but the signs of its status as India's Sirmit town extend way beyond that. Kharja pottery is traditional Indian pottery manufactured in Kharja of the Bulandshahr district in Uttar Pradesh state, India. Over 500 factories in this city can be spotted which produce Kharja artwork, especially pots, vases, and other ceramics. At the same time, Kharja pottery is highly delicate, requiring the need for proper transportation of trade centers in urban areas. Therefore, a B2B service for transportation and packaging has great avenues in Kharja. Now, as you can look, this environmental analysis has socio-cultural environment, which includes the factors of heritage, also include the factor of technology in the socio-cultural environment as well. They can include as many factors as they like. They can include both natural and socio-cultural environment as and all the factors included in them, and even one of them will work. So basically, there are two parts of the event. The first one is brief analysis of the business environment, which we included in the previous slides, and the second part is the business plan. In an era where more than 50% of startups in their first year, having a clear, defined, and well thought out business plan is a crucial first step for setting up a business for long term success. The business plan is an undeniably critical component of getting any company off the ground. It is key to securing finances, documenting your business model, outlining your financial projections, and turning that nugget of a business into a reality. Business plans are required tools for all entrepreneurs, business owners, business acquirers, and even business school students. But what exactly is a business plan?
So basically, a business plan is a documented strategy for a business that highlights its goals and its plan to achieve them. It outlines a company's go-to-market plan, financial projection, market research, business purpose, and mission statement. The purpose of a business plan is threefold. It summarizes the organization's strategy in order to execute them in long term. It secures the financing from investors and help forecast future business demands. So, in business plan, we have included the following.
So first we have included the business overview. This includes your mission and vision statement, description of your product along its pricing, and you also have to identify the target industry and the industry you work in. Talking about the target industry, let me define it for you. For target industry, consumers who make a target market share similar characteristics including geography, buying power, demographics, and incomes. Identifying the target market is an essential step for any company in the development of a marketing plan. Not knowing who the target market is could cost a lot of money and time for the company. The participants will need to identify their business's target customers, basically.
Now, second is marketing plan. The first crucial step to understand a market is through a market analysis. A market analysis is a thorough assessment of a market within a specific industry. With this analysis, you will study the dynamics of your market, such as volume and value, potential customer segments, buying patterns, competition, and other important factors. You are expected to conduct thorough survey and graphically represent them.
Now, this leads us to the marketing strategy. A marketing strategy refers to a firm's overall game plan for reaching prospective consumers and turning them into customers of their products and services. It also contains the company's value proposition and key branding messaging. The ultimate goal of a marketing strategy is to achieve and communicate a sustainable competitive advantage over the rival companies.
Next is SWOT analysis. So SWOT analysis is basically a framework used to evaluate a company's competitive position and to develop strategic planning. SWOT analysis assesses internal as well as external factors and current and future potential. The teams are expected to elucidate on how they plan to overcome the threats as well. In strength, you have to identify the industry trends that the other providers may not be taking advantage of. In weaknesses, you have to search for strength in your competition that may be obstacle to handle. In opportunities, you have to identify the weaknesses in your competition that may help you develop a selling point. And finally, in threats, you have to come up with a unique proposition that may resonate with your customers.
Next up is the USP or the unique selling proposition. The name itself is quite self-explanatory. Before you can begin to sell your product or service to anyone else, you have to sell yourself on it. This is especially important when your product or service is similar to those around you. Very few businesses are one of a kind. Just look around you. How many clothing retailers, hardware stores, air conditioning, installers, and electricians are truly unique? The key to effective selling in this situation is what advertising and marketing professionals call a unique selling proposition. Unless you can pinpoint what makes your business unique in a world of homogeneous competitors, you cannot target your sales efforts successfully.
This brings us to the financial plan. So before understanding what financial plan is, let us understand why it is important for a startup. A well put together financial plan can help achieve greater confidence in your business while generating a better understanding of how to allocate resources. It shows your business is committed to spending wisely and ability to meet financial obligations. A financial plan helps determine if the choices will impact the revenue and which occasional call will call into the dipping into the resource fund. It is also an important tool when asking investors to consider your business. Your financial plan shows how your organization manages expenses and generate revenue. It shows where your business stands and how much it needs from sales and investors to meet important financial benchmarks.
So basically, a financial plan helps if an idea is sustainable and then keeps you on track for financial health as your business matures. It's an integral part of an overall business plan and is made out of three financial parts which the participants are required to do. The first part is capitalization, second is startup expenses, and third is expected profit. In capitalization, the participants are required to include owner's capital, bank loan, and expected investment. They must also mention other resources of finance if they wish to include them in their business.
In startup expenses, the teams have to tabulate startup cost, fixed cost, and variable cost. This variable cost will also help you in price estimation. Now, coming to expected profit. Expected profit involves how much profit your business will generate after reaching a break-even point. You are also expected to calculate the break-even point and justify it. Now, coming to the presentation logistics. Each team will have a total of 10 minutes. 8 minutes maximum for presentation and 2 minutes for question answer from judges.
Now you may put any questions if you like. This is all for we have for the presentation. Yes, Manya.
It's Monday, and
Okay.
so the concept about where you told about how to choose states. So will we be allotted the states you're talking about, or do we have to choose it on our own?
You will be allotted the states. We will be mailing it soon.
Soon. All right. Thank you.
Is it compulsory for all the participants to speak at the presenting time?
Yeah, basically because it's a team presentation, so you will be required to speak. Otherwise, there's no way you can show your contribution in the presentation or the work that you had done before the presentation. Also, I'd like to ask the teachers for all the schools that if they're thorough with the event, so that even if the students are not thorough, they can explain it to them. I hope all your teachers have also joined. Also, we'll be mailing you three documents basically. So one will be about what we explained in the presentation, and the next two will be about the product, and one will be about the product, and the other will be about the service. So there'll be basically examples, and we have done market analysis and everything that we told you in those documents ourselves, so that you can refer them, and you don't have to like take it as a bible, but then you can refer them at your own convenience, and you can add or subtract things as you wish from it.
And if you have any query throughout the whole process of making a business plan, our contacts and our emails are already on the group. So you can contact us from there, and or you can drop the message on the group itself.
Yes, Manvir.
So I'm sorry, you just mentioned about a product and a service. So it's like we have an option between the two of them, and
Yeah,
you will be sending us instructions about both of them, right? Just a clarification.
yeah.
All right, thank you.
The business plan will be same for both of them, but can either be a product or service, but it has to be in the B2B environment, like B2B. Yeah.
Guys, any more questions? Or else we can end the orientation here.
Hi, Sakshi this side from DLF Public School. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
So I just wanted to know that you just mentioned about the geographical location. For example, you took the example of an Assam. So
yes.
will you be giving the participants a geographical location, or we ourselves have to choose any one of them?
We will be
Uh,
allotting the Indian states to
you
the
will be. So
participants.
today itself, that will be given.
Yes, most likely we will be mailing you the documents as well and the states.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, so I got a question from Divya. You will be allotted a state, for example, Assam. So you can take either a product or a service in a B2B environment. That's it. Okay, so the question about the marketing plan. So basically, marketing plan will be including two things. The first is a market analysis, in which you will be expected to conduct surveys about the market, like for example, that of the bamboo powder. So we'll be talking to the industries, we'll be taking our product, and we will graphically representing what they want and other things. And in the second part of the market plan is marketing strategies. So based on your analysis of market, you will be coming up with the marketing strategies to compete with your competition. So that's it.
Also, the marketing strategies will have to be relevant in the B2B environment. So it will be like how you're supposed to sell your product to other businesses, and not which will be your potential customers.
Excuse me, can you give an example of marketing right now?
Yeah, sure. Archer, should we present the document only?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, okay. So are you presenting, should I?
You should. I'm having some problem with
Okay,
the.
okay. Yeah, just a second.
Just one question till the time you present. I wanted to know about the judging criteria. And secondly, how do you ensure that it remains fair because you are distributing states to all of us, right? Each team will have one state. So some of them might have bigger problems which are easier to solve, others might not. So how do you ensure a fair distribution there?
Our judgment criteria are already in the main document we have emailed to the schools, and I believe that it is quite thorough. It is a total of 50-point thing, and each of the section will have a different thing. So the geographical part will only have 5 marks, and other 45 marks will be relevant to your product. That's it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and also about the problem, it's not exactly a problem that you have to solve. It's that you have to have a startup based on the business environment. And since we have included the natural resource, every country, every state in India basically is rich in natural resources and is rich in the cultural heritage as well. So you'll have a lot of options, and you can consider both of the environment types or any one of them. It's up to you. So you have a lot of like factors to play with, you know.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
Anna, are you presenting? Yeah, about the USP. So basically, USP means unique selling proposition. So it basically involves what is unique about your product that makes you separate from a competitor. For example, if we go into the bamboo industry, so at present, and we have also included this in our case study, that at present, there is no manufacturing of bamboo powder which is edible. So we have come up with an edible bamboo powder which the various type of industries can consume. So this is the USP for our product.
All right, so this is basically, we had prepared a document. This is just a sample, and it is very detailed. So you don't have to put all the details in the presentation, but you do have to make sure that you include most of it while you speak. So this is the vision and mission. Say this is the example of the product price estimation. How you're supposed to do that, including the variable cost through the variable cost and everything, and about the marketing plan. So for the marketing plan, first you have to identify the target industry. So you have to identify the target industry in the business overview itself. So here the target industry for the bamboo powder is baby food industry or cosmetics industry. And then here is the market analysis basically. Ajit, you can explain the market analysis.
So in market analysis, with a primary focus on the baby food, so we firstly conducted a survey about from the mothers itself, like what they want. So we actually found that mothers are often looking for organic and traditional food. Now this is localized to the condition of Assam, and in Assam, the traditional food is like bamboo is a traditional food. Therefore, it resonates with that. Anna, can you put the next page? And then we conducted a survey about the industries, and we found that how much of the market share is of the organic baby food and the other part which have the chemicals in it. Next page, Anna. Thank you. So then we have charted it. Like I said, you have to graphically represent all the things you do in the survey. So while conducting a survey with the industry, we found the problems that many of the baby food industry are facing, and why are they facing this is all mentioned here. Next page, please. So basically it all sums that and the marketing strategy. So based on what we understood in the market analysis, we came up with certain marketing strategies. For example, we will do some type of events with the industries itself, and we can spread the awareness in Assam about our product so that it resonates with our title of organic and traditional baby food. That's it for the whole marketing plan. Everything in detail is on the man in this thing, and we will be mailing it to you. So don't worry about it.
Also, just to review the document once, this is the SWOT analysis, and you, here's how you will be overcoming threats and all, and the unique selling proposition, and the financial plan as well. So here's capitalization. In capitalization, you have to include the owner's capital, bank loan, and expected investment. And then we have the fixed about the startup expenses. So in startup expenses, we have fixed costs and variable costs, and then we have the startup cost. And then we have calculated the breaking even point to calculate the expected profit. And this is how we have done it. Yeah.
And then finally, after reaching break-even point, how much we will earn in a single year, the profit is mentioned. So I hope that everyone understood the marketing plan and the USP and any doubts regarding that. If you still have doubts, please feel free to drop in the chat box or unmute yourself.
Sanithya has raised his hand.
Yeah, Sanithya.
Yeah, I have a doubt about the investors. Would you provide or we have to take care about that?
No, the event is not concerned about investors. You will be required to tell the expected investment you want.
All right, thank you.
Harbhajan.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. So I wanted to ask that is it necessary that the expected investment be an exchange of equity, or can it include convertible notes as well?
That is up to you.
All right.
That's why we have kept it free.
All right.
Sanithya, do you still have a doubt? I guess no one has any doubts. अगर किसी को भी doubt है and they're not able to speak or something, you can put it in chat box also. You can personally send your doubts to the event head if you want.
The details are in the group, the WhatsApp group.
Is बोर हो रहे हो तो ऐसा बताओ हम और कुछ कहते हैं. किसी को टाइम पास भी नहीं करना है क्या? You are free to say anything if you want. You just want to share some interesting fact or something, anything you want. Okay, I think everyone is serious kind of here. Then maybe we should end the session, Archit. I guess there's no doubt or something.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you everyone.
Thank you everyone for joining. This is the end of our orientation.
Thank
If
you.
you still have any other doubts, please message.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Is your orientation over, guys?
Yes.
Yeah,
बिकॉज अचानक से काफी सारे लोग ब्रेकआउट रूम में और ब्रेकआउट रूम से बाहर आके मेन मीटिंग के अंदर था.
orientation.
Yeah, we have explained everything and it went smoothly.
And have you answered the queries?
Yes.
Good. Good to go. So लोगों को उस मीटिंग से बोल दूंगा कि they can proceed to their respective different works that they were doing. GIS. I'm gonna have a see.
Guys, you can leave and proceed to the meeting.